All right, fantastic. Welcome to Coffee with Marcus and Mark, live from Las Vegas here with our mastermind members. Super exciting. Other than this, the markets are not too exciting. Anyhow, so this here is Coffee with Marcus and Mark, the number one stock market show on Spotify and one of the most popular market updates on YouTube. This show, we are going to talk to you about what's happening in the markets and how we are trading in today's Tuesday, June 6th, and not too much going on. Although yesterday, the S&P 500 hit a 9-month high. So, can this continue? Or will the markets retrace today, pull back a little bit? We'll take a look at this and also how our positions are doing and if you find any new positions to trade. If this is your first time here, I'm Markus Heitkoetter. This is my head coach, Mark Hodge, and we are real traders who trade live accounts. So therefore, we have a lot of trading experience, and we're showing you how we trade these markets. So trust me, we know our stuff, and we're not afraid to tell you like it is. So if you're here looking for some honest insights into the fascinating world of trading, you are in the right place. And usually I say it's a fascinating world of trading, but right now, I mean, I'm looking at a 5-minute chart of the S&P 500. It's a little bit like, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, I'm drifting higher right now. Yesterday, a little bit of a pullback after hitting 9-month highs, like you said, Marcus. I mean, gosh, yesterday Apple was on a tear after they unveiled their virtual reality headsets, but they did the same thing, pulling back after hitting record highs.
Yeah, let's take a look at a 5-minute chart of Apple, and this was a little bit surprising to me that at first they're higher, but then after the announcement they moved lower because they had quite a few announcements. I mean, they had the virtual headset, and I pulled it up. Have you seen it already?
I haven't.
Okay, I think it's cool. I mean, it looks super
Okay.
nerdy, but if you scroll down here a little bit, it's pretty cool. Look at this. You get a massive monitor. You like big monitors.
Yeah.
Right. So
Pretty sharp compared to what's already out there.
I think so. So this is what they said. Well, we rather do it right. Look at this. Don't you think that's cool?
That is.
I think this might be pretty cool. So yeah, they announced it yesterday. But looking at
Whoa. $3,500.
yeah, oh yeah. That's. I mean, it's an Apple product. What did you
Sure.
expect? I mean, that they're giving it away like Facebook. So yeah, they want 3,500. They say it might be available early next year.
Interesting.
And I don't know if this contributed to the slide. They did announce a few other things, and I thought that overall it was good, but probably after hitting all-time highs, a little
Buy
bit
the
of profit
rumor,
taking
sell
here,
the
right?
news. Yeah, or sell the fact.
Yeah, and that's very similar what we see here in the S&P 500. That's something that we discussed yesterday here in our live boardroom. So almost a little bit of profit taking, but this morning, marching higher.
A little bit of a bounce.
Although today, I mean, we don't have any major news. Looking at the economic calendar, we had a yellow flag report, the IBD TIPP economic optimism, coming in worse than expected, but pretty much at the level. And this is not a market report at all.
Yeah. No, that's a non-event, and traders now thinking about the Fed.
I think that's what it is. So let me just bring this up really quick and see what traders are thinking right now, because the next FOMC meeting is in.
8 days, 2 hours, 56 minutes, and 13 seconds.
There we go. Okay, probability is still very similar to what we saw
Yeah.
yesterday. I think we are right now between 76 to 78% probability that we have seen over the last few days that the Fed will keep rates the same. Still a chance that they might raise the rates, but it's also quite kind of obvious that they're not done raising rates yet.
That's what the probabilities show, and I mean, this is where we have to see what the Fed decides with their 2-day policy meeting next week, wrapping up on Wednesday. But I mean, here we're kind of torn between: are we going to see another rate hike? If not this time, at the next meeting, right? So that's what traders are trying to digest and consider. I still think they're going to keep things the same, and unless there's just some crazy data to support another hike. I mean, I
For
don't
the
know.
next meeting, yeah. But I mean, they always said that they are trying to target this range, the 5.25 and 550. However, this is where the regional banking crisis, kind of everybody thought would do the trick for them, but that's kind of in the background? I mean, if you're looking at the KRE, the regional banking ETF, it's just moving higher right now.
A nice move. You see that up almost 6%, and so regional banks drifting higher. I love that for our PNC position, and I don't think this is really coming on any news. I didn't see any anyway, and that's kind of what I said. I think that at first we needed some news to move higher, something to come out where to eliminate that fear. But now I think no news is good news.
Yeah, and this is where overall no news. I mean, when I looked at the markets this morning and I thought, okay, what are we going to talk about? There's not too much to talk about, right? I mean, we had the Apple developer conference, and then I think Coinbase is making a move here this morning.
This could get a little interesting. Down over 15% at one point, now down 12% because the SEC sued Coinbase.
Again, or still?
No, so Binance was sued yesterday, Coinbase today, and basically it's because they believe that they're acting as an unregistered broker and exchange. And they have a point, because what Coinbase is doing is essentially like the NYSE operating a hedge fund.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? So, are you an exchange where you're just facilitating transactions, or are you making money with a fund? And it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up.
Yeah. I mean, and this, the VIX is still, pushing lower now, pushing towards 14. The fear index this morning at 14.27. Just showing that right now traders are not concerned about anything. But we also see that whenever it seems that the VIX makes low levels, then boom, a few days, and there's fear back in the markets.
Yeah, but these are really, really low levels. And there's going to be a pop. There's going to be a spike. It always happens. But sometimes it takes a little bit longer to happen than you think. It's a little harder to time these pops, in my opinion, with the VIX, but we know there's going to be a pop.
Yeah. Let's talk about crude oil, because crude oil is kind of wild over the last few days. I mean, after the OPEC meeting on the weekend, at first moving higher yesterday, but then dropping. Then this morning, I mean, we have to look at a 5-minute chart to just see what's happening here with
crazy.
crude oil. Yeah, I mean, look at this. On Monday morning, yesterday, we opened higher, pulled back. Then overnight, we were pulling back. Now skyrocketing, and again on no news.
Yeah, when I first pulled up quotes this morning, I was seeing crude oil down. I thought, hey, we might have some nice oil and gas plays to pop up on the wheel scanner, and then crude oil's shooting higher, which now it's up just a little bit for the day, but it was down.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to look at the magnitude of this move. I mean, this is a pretty substantial move of 3.25%. Yeah, I mean, it looks so harmless, and if you look at this, it's up 0.18%, 0.2%. Yeah,
3%
after
swing.
3-point move. All right, let's take a look at our positions here and see what's happening there. So nothing on the economic calendar, and I mean, right now, for me, it's pretty light in my portfolio. I'm looking for new opportunities.
I am too. I'm ready. I'm hoping we get a nice, not necessarily panic selling, but just a nice profit-taking down day between now and the Fed statement. Pick up a couple of positions, maybe get assigned.
Yeah, because last week our trades expired worthless, which was great, right? So we kept all the premium. CTRA, Coterra Energy, this morning, I mean, also a massive move here. I mean, up right now almost 2%. Definitely like this direction much better. Got assigned at 26, my break even at 22, 24. Let's see, another couple of days like this, and I might be able to sell calls again. Yeah,
I was considering a re-entry on this morning, but it took off after the open.
Yeah. I want to see, what is today? June 6th, so on June 9th, that would be on Friday. I'm getting my dividend paid, so that's another $1,000 coming towards my way. Not bad at all. And then we talked about PNC. I mean, right now, yes, that's where we wanted to go.
This is what I wanted to see. I mean, look at that. Higher 3 out of the last 4 days, but that's a pretty big move. I want to see it get right up to 130 and then break through those highs. So, will it pause 130, 132? Sure. Yeah. But let's get back up to 136, sell calls, and make some more money on this one.
Yeah. I mean, other than this, with our standard settings right now, there's no stocks meet our criteria, which is not too surprising. because with the S&P and the NASDAQ and the Dow, all three indices up, and the VIX trading at these low levels, not surprising that there's nothing popping up right now.
Yeah. Sell puts on down days, sell calls on up days.
Let's see. Okay. Hey, we haven't looked at Ethereum and Bitcoin in a while. So Bitcoin, I just wanted to bring it up because after the initial pop and everybody got excited about Bitcoin again and it was popping above 30, now pulling back. But really, same here. Oh, no news, right?
Yeah.
And we see that Bitcoin has actually been moving very similar to the NASDAQ when you see this, but now the NASDAQ hitting a 9-month high. I mean, even more. I mean, we are trading right now at levels that we haven't seen since April 22. So that's a 13-month high. But cryptocurrencies are not feeling
the
love yet.
Trying to figure out where they can find a home. But you're right. There used to be, it was kind of like a risk-on environment where tech stocks were up, Bitcoin was up, and you started to see that correlation. But definitely not the case right now.
This just basically proves what we talked about it yesterday, that a lot of the move that we see in the NASDAQ and the S&P took place or has been contributed by only 7 stocks, which Bank of America calls the Magnificent Seven. And I mean, if you look at the heat map, we see that this morning. Let's take a look at the Magnificent Seven. Okay, a little bit mixed here. Microsoft a little bit down, Apple down, Nvidia down. Oh, we got to talk about Intel. I almost forgot. You see Intel, INTC?
No.
Let's see what's happened now. This morning, they were down. Okay, well, that has changed.
Wow.
Because look at this. So they're now moving higher. At first, in overnight trading, they were down 4, 5, 6, 7% even after the announcement that Apple now has a new chip that they're using in their virtual headset.
Okay.
So they're no longer having only the M chips. Now they're also having an R chip.
Okay.
And this is where, yeah, this morning pre-market was down. Right now, I'm surprised, up 4%. Geez, wonder what Nvidia is doing. Ah, look at this. Interesting. So Nvidia is just down 0.5 percentage point. So not feeling the same Intel love here.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. Final look here and see what is happening. So markets are moving higher. Stalled, no news, nothing else coming out today. What do you expect for the rest of the day? Another diddling day?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a big move, but I think we'll finish positive and just kind of drift a little bit higher.
Okay. So interesting that we are ahead of the Fed meeting, making new highs here. So that could be subject to change next week. And I still believe that traders are right now looking for something to
some catalyst, some reason to get excited or be fearful.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, hope that this was fun for you and helps you. If it does, give us a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and then we will be back tomorrow morning.
Happy trading, everybody.